Hello, I'm Delia Codes, and this is my Node capstone stream. So we're going to stream for about an hour today. I'm really excited to kind of walk through my next little bit. So currently what I'm working on is I need to get my continuous integration working with my Heroku and Travis. Currently, I've got a Heroku project set up, but I do not have Travis ready. I do not have Travis ready to go with Heroku. So it's kind of a pain, to be quite honest. And so I'm just like, oh my god, what am I doing wrong here? So even though like I got it working when we did it in curriculum, I'm not sure what I did wrong here. So I think I'm going to try to follow the instructions and see what we can find out. I'm also going to look at what I should be doing, what else I should be doing with my capstone, and seeing if I can get it kind of ready. I do need to do some front-end work on creating the basic user interaction. I do need to create a store/state, which represents the UI state. And then I do need to make sure that my API.js uses a promises-based fake architecture database. So I do have quite a bit of other work to do. But let's see if we can do the Heroku thing real quick. So I'm going to share my screen, and then we can figure out the rest of it. Okay. OBS, are you my friend? Ha! There we go. Okay, so here is my Heroku app. I'm gonna go to Heroku.com real quick and see if I can log in and kind of check the status of it. I've got some Heroku instructions that I'm kind of trying to use. So let's go to my dashboard, and maybe my Heroku dashboard will tell me whether or not it's actually working. So the project we're working on is an enigmatic IRI. So it looks like the last thing we did, let me see here. Okay, let's go with more. I wonder if there's some sort of like help here. Ooh, documentation. Because I've got the Travis documentation here. But I don't know if I have the right this. Okay, so let's see here. Search Travis. Okay. Okay. See here. Let's go to account settings and find out, okay, applications. Okay. after you link your Heroku account, okay, in the Deploy tab of apps. Okay, so let's go to the Deploy tab of an app rather than the account. Okay, so we're here. Let's go to Deploy. I think I've downloaded and installed the Heroku CLI, which is the Heroku command line. So that's how I did that. Let's go to verifying your installation. Heroku -- version. Okay, so let's open up VS Code. Make sure our project, and let's do Heroku -- version. Version. Let's find out. Did I get that command right? Okay. CLI 6.15 blah. Okay, great. Let me do Heroku login and let's see what happens. Okay, we're gonna enter the email, delia.codes. Okay, and this is a secret thing, so you get the secret menu. While I'm doing this, I'm and kind of we're trying to start from scratch, right? You know, when we do this sort of stuff. Sometimes when you're troubleshooting, you really want to start from scratch, honestly. Okay, so it's a matter of like checking your assumptions because like sometimes I feel like I've done something and I have done it, but in another project or like not lately, or you know, maybe I killed it and I didn't know it, or you know, I mean, maybe I'm just memory. Maybe I'm just not thinking right and thinking that it's, you know, maybe I just think I did it. Okay, so I have my Heroku password and let's see what happens. Okay, secret stuff is over. And let's paste. Let's do it. Let's find out. Okay, I'm logged in. Yay! Okay, so let's go back. All right, so let's go back to you logged in. Okay, so let's do Travis setup Heroku. And let's see what happens. Okay. I could force it to do it, but let's paste that in, see what happens. Though, I mean, you know, maybe I need to like replace that Heroku auth token. Interesting. Let's see what it did. Okay, it gave me an API key. It gave me that. Okay, so let's commit this and let's try it out. Okay. Take 3 Heroku integration. And we're going to push, which will require me grabbing a password. So secret stuff again. Okay, we have pushed. Let's find out. Let's go to Travis. Okay. Let's look at Travis. I have failing tests, which, you know, not surprising. I'm shocked. I mean, honestly, it's kind of tempting to, like, start almost over. You know what I mean? Like, revert to the change and then make that happen. Okay. I mean, what I'm kind of wondering is whether or not in my Travis, whether or not this is how it should look. Okay, so let me look at the Travis documentation. Well, what I'm wondering is, so if you notice, okay, so let's look at this real quick. If you notice, it says in here, master my app staging or app my app 123. So in my Travis, I don't necessarily do that. If you look, I name app engamatic.iri.herokuapp.com. I'm wondering if this herokuapp.com is the problem. So why don't we save that and Heroku integration test 5, take 5. I'll do take 5. It's going to get depressing if I start counting. Okay, let's push again. And let's find out if I still have password saved. Yes, I do. Okay, great. Whoa. Ah. Ooh. I just spilled hot tea. Okay, so I will not keep you in my hand any longer, as tempting as that is. Okay, so let's find out. This is Heroku is running for 19 seconds. View config. Config looks good. It is probably, you know, a thing. Oh my god, it's doing so many things right now. I have failing tests, which is awesome. Okay, let's tweet something while we're waiting for this to potentially work. Okay, so what shall we tweet, huh? I think we're gonna say this. Ideally, a good chunk of, I don't know if that's actually true. Okay, so what I was going to say is ideally as a good chunk of your life as a developer is writing tests that fail and making them pass. But I'm not sure if that's actually the case. So what I'm going to say is this. TDD. The principle that as a developer, your role is to convert tests from passing to from failing to passing in increasingly complex order. I don't know if increasingly complex order is correct. Increasingly complex, failing to passing in repeated circles of in a repeated cycle of complexity. In a repeated cycle. Okay, great. I should create a hashtag that says develop TDD. Hashtag programming. Newbie coder thoughts. Which, my own hashtag. Congratulations. Okay. All right, let's tweet it. Let's check my notifications, which I obviously haven't done in a while. Live.edu likes my tweet, which is awesome. All right. Cool. Great. Let me bring up the chat while I'm thinking about it. Okay. And we're going to close this, and we're going to close WinFF because I didn't clean up my stuff. And let's find out if Travis was working while we're working on that. Okay, so let's check my Heroku build. So when I'm refreshing this, I'm actually looking for some content that I changed. I changed some content in here, and it should be showing up, but it really isn't. And I have no clue why. I'm kind of tempted to. What I'm kind of tempted to do is to sit here and follow the tutorial that is in the code is in the coursework, and then do it. But okay, so we don't need this anymore. I think that we could probably do this. Okay, you can get your key encrypted. Okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't we delete everything in here? But so except for these two things. And then let's save it. And then let's run it. And let's see what happens. This is called starting over. Oh look, I have an API key. Maybe that's all I need. Who knows? Okay. All right, let's do a take 6. It would help if I was typing into the thing. Push. And nobody steal my API key. Oh, bah. Okay, I'm ridiculous. Heroku uplink take 6. Okay, I'm ridiculous. Let's commit this. It's probably not the best. Okay, so there's that XKCD comic where, you know, as a project, where he's installing BSD, and as a project goes on, you know, standards for success slip lower and lower. I feel like that's what's happening right now with my commit messages. Like Heroku uplink take 6. I mean, what kind of commit message is that? It not only does uplink not even mean anything, really. Like uplink, I mean, I don't know. Life of a self-critical developer is me. Okay, so we've done it, and we've done it. So let's find out if you're probably running. And we're gonna say, I mean, the only other thing I can think of is like do another Heroku create and then see what happens. But I mean, this should work. So let's go with let's add a pipeline. Staging. Okay. No, let's not do this right now. Let's not with the one we're trying to do. Because, okay, so it can be really, really tempting to like try a bunch of different things and like make it work. You know what I mean? Like, but sometimes it's change one thing at a time. Ooh, this should be a tweet. Okay, it looks like it failed. Let's let it do this. Okay, so when troubleshooting, change one thing at a time. Change one thing at a time. Okay. Change one thing at a time. Don't go too fast or you'll break things. Don't go too fast or you will produce inconclusive results. Okay. And I really feel like I should like say learning the hard way is me. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's see if this works. Let's Control R. Failure. I have no clue. Well, let's start over, shall we? Let's delete this. Let's save it. And let's go here, 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 here. Travis set up Heroku. And let's see what magic happens. Heroku API token. Okay. Let's find out. See if it'll give me an API token. Okay. I don't know. I'm not seeing an API token in here. Okay, let's do API token, which I think was the long string that was in my thing. And I know that there's like in the thing there is a. Okay, they want me to use curl, retrieving API token. Okay, so let's do another thing, and then let's paste that, which will get us the API token. Okay. Which probably should be going secret stuff, but you know. Heroku application name. System cannot find the path specified. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Nope. Not the application name. Cancel. Okay, let's commit it. Heroku integration take 7. Okay. Secret stuff time. All right. So let's see here. So what we're doing right now. Okay, so I kind of think that that Heroku setup, you know, Heroku setup thing was such that, how do we put this? Okay, so I think that the Heroku setup command, like the system cannot find the path specified, means that there's some random weird error with it. But if this works, I'm going to be really, really happy. Also, troubleshooting is a good way to get commits on GitHub. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go here, 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 here. Okay, and we're done. All right, so okay, it's still running, but it's doing quite well. Let's see here. API token storage. Okay, so besides this, let's work on some other things. While that's building, let's work on some CSS. Let's open it in local. Let's just open our public. Okay, so this is what we should see, by the way, when we refresh the Heroku app. So let's figure out how we're going to center things. Okay, so what we want to do, okay, so let's talk about what we want to do. We want to take Meal Planner. We want to integrate a font into it. We want to create a font. We want to center things. And we want to make this into a feature complete sort of thing. And so let's pick a Google font. Let's go to fonts.google.com. You can tell I like Inconsolata. There we go. Oh, and I also figured something else out. I also figured out that this kind of meal planner, that sort of thing, is like household management. That's kind of the name of things. Okay, so I am a huge, huge fan of serifed fonts. That being said, I don't necessarily think that it's a, I don't necessarily think that it's what it necessarily needs to be. I'm just a huge, huge enjoyment. I just get a huge, huge fan, I guess. Okay, so let's pick one. So we're this. That one's not bad. I think we want something simple, but kind of vaguely boldish. It's something that's a little bit easier to read. Yeah, I like fonts that are harder to read. It's kind of a thing. Okay, so let's go up and pick something. We don't have to pick anything perfect. Roboto is a favorite, but I'm not going to do that one. Roboto slab. I want kind of a big one. Let's do Lotto. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Let's add this into our HTML. And add it right there. And then let's grab this and tell everything to use it. And that's something pretty quick. And hopefully we have done what we needed to do. Also, we're going to do HTML height 100%. And the reason why we want to do that is, well, at least I usually like to do that. Well, let's not do it right now until we have a need for it. You know, I admit I'm really tempted to like say height 100%. Let's just go with it, and you know, blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's save. Let's commit these two things. Converts page to have a font. And then we're going to click there. And voila, we are done. Okay, so let's see here. Let's check our thing. Find out. No. Bother. I wonder if there's some sort of like Travis error. I mean, it shouldn't be, but I guess there could be. Okay. So let's see here. Let's check our tweets. Nothing terribly interesting. Travis pushing to Heroku automatically, creating user interaction in index.htm. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see if we can find some other easy things to do. Okay, no, I don't want to do that. I want to open up. Actually, what I kind of want to do is I want to touch public/client.js. And the reason why we want to create a client.js, we're creating a client.js to do store and strict. So I think this is going to go into client. Okay, so the client.js is going to be for, so the client.js is to do any JavaScript interaction with the DOM. The API is going to touch a mock database, and to go from there and to, it's going to touch a mock database and to go from there. And so essentially the idea is that you've got, I should probably figure out how to draw on the screen. Okay, so you've got over here, you've got your API.js. And API.js is going to touch everything in the back end. Whereas your client.js is going to touch the DOM and everything, and is going to touch the DOM and everything forward. So it's kind of the division of the two. And so you create a link between them, and then we do that. So, and these comments are from my mentor and what we created. I don't know if add a state variable to store meals. Yeah, that goes into the other thing. So let's go move this over into client. And we also need to import create meals maybe. I need to create mock, something probably called mockdb. Mockdb. Let's create this as mockdb. I'm not sure if that's actually what it needs to be, but We'll find out. Let's call it mockdb. Okay, save. Okay, and then, so let's add these to Git. Created client file and moved over moved over appropriate files, appropriate code, which is not very helpful, really, but is more helpful than it could be. Okay, so there's at least that. All right. So let's look at how this looks like now that we have. Oh, that's a lot better. Okay, so now all we got to do is like figure out how we're going to get this and this and this. Margin auto center. So what we're going to do here is so let's do this. Let's okay, so we're going to say everything margin auto, which I think is a way to center things. Let's see how it looks. Maybe it's horrendous. Well, that's not too bad, actually. I mean, it squunches everything up, but it's not as horrible as it could be. And so what we want to do, and we kind of definitely want to like, we need labels for our forms. And I'm going to have to look up some CSS because I'm not remembering anything. Which, you know, I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked. Okay, so let's put a name. Insert meal name in here. Also, text isn't appearing in this thing. Okay, so let's do that. And then let's do insert your first ingredient here. Insert your first ingredient here. Seriously? Ingredient here. Okay. And then that should be good. Okay, let's view it. Not too bad. I mean, it's ugly, but it's not like horrendously ugly. So we could use Flexbox or we could use CSS Grid here. I have used Fluxbox in the past, so that's probably what I'm going to default to, so I don't try to go learn the complicatedness of CSS Grid right now. That being said, learning new things is a good idea. So at this point, I think that we've made some progress, but not as much as I would like to. Let's see here. Let's commit these changes, and then since my mentor meeting is in a few minutes, I'm going to whoa. Okay, so let's just commit these changes, shall we? Git add, and then we're going to say index let's do public, and then we're going to say public main LF replaced by CLF. Oh my god, I'm so upset. And let's get git commit -m. I mean, admittedly, I'm spoiled by VS Code's workflow, but it's kind of like, oh my god. Okay, so git commit -m creates labels for form, sets margin to auto. Which, admittedly, you want your commits to like be readable to non-technical users, hopefully, like aka project managers. But you know, this will have to be what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and then we're done for now. You can probably expect me streaming definitely this weekend. I should probably tweet out my next schedule. I need to remember to tweet my schedule. I don't think I tweeted about doing this. And I wonder if there's a way to tweet out my Twitch stream. Anyway, I'm not even going to worry about it right now. All right. Well, it was, let me switch to video. And nope. There we go. It was good talking to you. You can tell I have the Fridays in terms of my, oh my god, I have to do all these things. That and the Travis thing just drives me nuts because there's something wrong with it. And I know that it's like probably something simple. I'm tempted to burn it with fire right now. And remember when I said Travis with automatic deployment and I checked it and I'm so successful? Yeah, right. That's how it goes. Welcome to the world of tech. Well, I hope you have a great night or a great day, and see you soon.